Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a new kind of online manipulation. And honestly, it operates less like a simple bot and more like, well, like a coordinated digital organism. It's a really stealthy and sophisticated way to control what you see and think online.
You know that feeling, right? You jump into a discussion on some trending topic and something just feels off. The arguments line up a little too perfectly, the consensus forms way too fast. It feels like you just walked onto the set of a play that had already started without you. Well, turns out you're not wrong to feel that way. But what you're seeing isn't some chaotic, angry mob. No, it's a highly specialized team, and they're executing a plan. This is an AI swarm, and its whole goal is to hijack the conversation before real people, like you and me, even get a chance to form our own opinion. Okay, so to really get how they pull this off, you've got to think of them like a heist crew in a movie. Each member is a synthetic identity, right? An AI-driven persona with a very, very specific job. There are 5 key roles, and every single one is absolutely critical to the mission's success.
First up, you've got the Inflamer. This is the point person, the one who basically kicks the door down. Their job is to just drop a super polarizing, controversial, or emotionally charged comment right into the middle of a conversation. See, they're not trying to persuade anyone. They're trying to light a fuse. They want to trigger those big emotions, anger, fear, the stuff social media algorithms are built to amplify.
The second the Inflamer strikes, the Legitimizer moves in. Now, they don't add to the rage. Instead, they reply with what looks like, well, thoughtful agreement or some kind of pseudo-scientific reasoning. Their role is so crucial to provide what's called social proof and make the Inflamer's crazy idea seem like a credible, supported opinion.
Okay, so the idea now seems kind of valid. So what's next? It's time to make it look popular. And that's the echoer's job. This part of the swarm is just a pure amplifier, a chorus repeating and paraphrasing the Inflamer's message and the Legitimizer's arguments over and over. They create this powerful illusion that this isn't just 1 or 2 voices, but a huge groundswell of public opinion.
Now for the inside job. Meet the anchor. This is a high-reputation account, maybe one that's been carefully warmed up for months, or it could even be a real account that's been compromised. It has a history. It seems trustworthy. The anchor engages directly with real, unsuspecting users, using its credibility to basically bridge the gap between the fake swarm and the real community, pulling people into this manufactured consensus.
And finally, every good crew needs defense, right? That's the fogger. If a real person tries to push back with facts or counterarguments, the fogger's job is to run interference. They just flood dissenting replies with noise, off-topic arguments, memes, total nonsense, making it impossible to have a coherent debate. They don't win the argument, they make arguing impossible. They just exhaust any opposition into giving up.
So, you've met the crew. Now let's see how they actually operate. What's truly stunning about this is their speed. This isn't some slow burn, it's a lightning-fast takeover that all happens in those first critical moments of a story breaking online.
Just look at the timing here, because this is what researchers call temporal choreography. It's incredible. The Inflamer posts. Just 3 seconds later, the Legitimizers are providing social proof. 5 seconds after that, the echoers are already amplifying the message. And before a single minute is up, the anchor has engaged a real user, and the foggers are already on defense, neutralizing dissent. This machine-timed synchronization is the dead giveaway. It's statistically impossible for real humans to coordinate like that, and it's the absolute key to their entire strategy. So, the swarm has pulled off its mission in under a minute, but the real impact comes from what happens next. See, they haven't just hijacked a conversation, they've hijacked the very mechanics of the social media platform and human psychology itself. It all leads to this 3-step takeover effect. First, the swarm's temporal choreography creates a massive, totally fake spike in engagement. Second, the platform's algorithm sees all this sudden heat and goes, whoa, this is relevant, and starts promoting the topic to real users. And this is the final, brilliant move. By the time real people like us arrive, the conversation is already framed. The swarm's narrative is dominant, it looks like it's backed by a broad consensus, and it's ready to shape the opinion of every single human who wanders in.
And this all leads us to the single most important takeaway from this whole thing. What makes these AI swarms so much more dangerous than the old dumb bots we used to hear about? Well, it probably isn't what you think.
And this really just illustrates the whole shift perfectly. The old way was all about brute force, just uncoordinated, spammy bots creating a ton of noise. Honestly, they were pretty easy to spot, and mostly just annoying. AI swarms are completely different. They're stealthy,
they're persuasive, and they operate with surgical coordination. Each part has a specialized role, which makes the entire operation incredibly hard to detect.
So, here it is. The swarm's true power isn't in its numbers. Yeah, it might involve hundreds or even thousands of accounts, but its real effectiveness comes from its choreography, that perfect timing, the specialized roles, and the coordinated execution of a multi-step plan. It's a strategic operation, not just a numbers game.
And this leaves us with a pretty chilling thought from the researchers who uncovered these systems. We're not dealing with simple automated scripts anymore. We've entered an age of complex, coordinated, and intelligent synthetic entities that can build, shape, and control our digital reality before we even realize what's happening. So the question is no longer just, is this a bot? But, am I part of a conversation or am I part of an operation?